Hello, everybody, and welcome. This is Steve Akley once again, and we've got a fun little thing going on here today. I'm with Terry Gabbert, and she's at Maker's Mark, and she works on the bottling line, and we're going to be talking about slam dunks today. So this kind of little subgenre within bourbon, and we're going to kind of get to the bottom of it. I don't know of anybody that's ever interviewed somebody at Maker's Mark specifically about slam dunks before, so I feel like this is a first. So Terry, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. So are you excited about this?
Oh, well,
It had to be a weird request. When I sent this in, I was like, I know this is a strange request. I don't even know if they're going to acknowledge it. So we really appreciate you being on and talking to us. Okay.
no problem.
So the first thing that I want to ask as we get into this, what would you think defines a slam dunk? Because for me, the typical bottles dunked in, and some of them go just drip down about halfway down the neck, and then other ones go all the way down the neck. And to me, that's still not even a slam dunk. To me, what I would consider a slam dunk, it has to at least go into the shoulders of the bottle, because let me grab a Maker's bottle here. Maker's has that squared off look, so it's kind of got shoulders, and to me that wax needs to go on to the shoulders of the bottle. Do you agree with that, or would you define it differently?
No, I agree with you. What you're talking about, I mean, a normal dip, like you said, just goes a little bit, and we have the tendrils that come down. And when it comes a little further, I would just call that kind of an over dip. But a true slam dunk is, I think it has to have those shoulders included and maybe a few tendrils down around the label.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. So, if you're doing a slam dunk, and if that's what your goal is, to do that on the bottling line, is it just simply a matter of pushing it a little bit deeper into the wax, or is there a different technique? Because I know when I've dunked a bottle before, you dunk and then you pull it out straight out, and then you kind of spin it and then you set it down. Would it be just the same, or do you have to do anything different?
A lot of the girls on the line, and myself included, have it's a little different if you want a good slam dunk, what we consider a good slam dunk. And we dunk it down to those shoulders. I have a bottle here. So we're going to go into the pot down to about here.
Okay.
And then you're going to bring it up slow and turn it around real slow. So it's not something that you can do on a normal running line. We have a break in the line. A lot of times they'll do a slam dunk there because you got to have a little more time to kind of let a little extra drain off the bottle. And then you'll set it up on the counter. You can't send it down the conveyors, but they have to be hand packed out to the boxes and stuff. And it's something you have to have a little art to.
Yeah. So, I've been hearing about slam dunks long before I ever even saw one. And I was like, oh, that sounds kind of cool. So is it an official thing that you're allowed to do, or is this kind of people on the bottling line kind of sneaking that in, and, not necessarily that you'd get in trouble, but they're also like, why would you do that? Or is it okay? Or maybe it could even be like, hey, at the end of your shift, do one of those, or, tell me a little bit about slam dunks.
I think it's a little of both. We have a certain size bottle that they're okay with us doing that on, and it's our liter bottle.
Mm-hmm.
And any other size bottle normally doesn't get a slam dunk. And it's about reserving your wax, because it does take a lot of wax for that, but it's meant to be something kind of special, like that Cracker Jacks toy. It's just few and far between.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think they're allowed to do them, but it's not something you need to do all day, every day.
Yeah. So, and Terry, how long have you been working the bottling line?
I've been bottling it at Makers for 7 years.
7 years. Okay. Do you feel like there's more slam dunks happening today, or it's just the same amount, but maybe it's higher profile because social media is such a big thing, and there's a bourbon community, and every time someone finds it, they post it. So maybe it's just a greater awareness, or do you think that there are in fact more out there at this point?
I don't really know that there's more out there, because we have a set limit. We only allow so many on the line. It's not something that you can do all day throughout the day. There's only one allowed per pallet that we send out.
Okay.
So it's supposed to be that needle in the haystack, something. But I think it's like you said, it's the social media. You can see more of it, and people are posting it, and maybe there's throughout the years people have collected, and they're like, oh, I already have one, so maybe they're out in the market a little more often because people already have one or something.
Yeah. Yeah. So guess what I found?
Oh yeah. On the
Yeah,
cast.
Yep, I found a cast strength, and it's a slam dunk. Goes over the shoulders, drips down to past the label thing. So what do you think of this? You're a professional. How would you score this one in terms of a slam dunk find?
Now that one for me, I mean, it is an over dip. Our cast strength bottle, per request of the consumer and the customer, every 12th bottle on the cast strength is over dipped.
Okay.
So they're not technically a slam dunk.
Darn it! I'm still in search of.
However, it does go over the shoulder. So, I mean, it can be considered a slam dunk, but every 12th bottle on those cast strength bottles are over dipped. So there
Okay.
should be a lot of those out there. Your slam dunk, I mean, that one's okay. I should have brought a sample in here. We have some that have, everybody's looking for that. How many
Yes.
drips you can get down that front label. And the most I've ever seen on the line myself is like 6 down the
6.
front.
Yeah.
And then around the rest, there's been 11 tendrils on a slam dunk before. And that's a lot of these girls strive. They want all those drips. They don't want just the 2 or 3 in the front. They want a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
They practice it, and they're trying to go for that special look.
Yeah. If you find one, is there anything, if you notify the distillery, sometimes there's secret little things in the bourbon industry. Like, I don't know, if you get all the Blanton's tops, they'll give you a stand that holds it. Is there anything with slam dunks? If you come to makers and say, hey, I found this, do they send you a certificate, anything like that?
Not that I'm aware of. Like I said, I've been here 7 years, and I've not seen any special anything. I think it's just something special that the guys and girls on the line do just for a treat for the customers. I guess it's not anything that there's nothing here that I'm aware of that.
So if I've heard that a full bottle exists, but I've never seen one. Have you seen one that goes all the way to the bottom of the bottle, like all the way past the label and everything? Is that possible?
Not on purpose, anyways. Not anybody is going to do that on purpose as far as a slam dunk or on the lines, because we have to, as we send it out, we still have to be able to see that UPC and those lot codes and the information on those bottles.
Right.
So as far as I know, there shouldn't be one. Now, I'm not thinking that maybe the gift galleries, somebody personally dip their own, but it's not anything that should have shipped out on any of our bottling departments.
Yeah. I think that this is just a great marketing tool, and because for a couple reasons. Like when I found the bottle that I found out today is just an overdip, when I wasn't going out to shop cast strength that day, but when I saw that, I was like, I gotta have this.
Right.
And then secondly, I bought bottles of cast strength since then to drink in cocktails and stuff like that. I haven't opened this one because I want to kind of keep it. So it is a great marketing tool, isn't it?
It is. And like I said, I mean, it is a good find because not all of them are dipped that way.
Mm-hmm.
And even some of the over dips aren't exactly that deep. So that is more of a slam dunk of the over dips.
Yep.
But it's a good find. And I think it's something that, like I said, it was a request from the consumer or the customers that they wanted certain amounts of those bottles over dipped. So it's just kind of something special with that particular bottle that they do.
Okay. That's good to know. And how about you? Do you do some slam dunks too, or?
Have. And I'm not on the line as much. I more so run the line behind the scenes of it and more of the paperwork part. But every now and then when we run those certain bottles, I'll get on there and be like, let me borrow your pot and I'll do a slam dunk. And yeah, it's just something fun to do on the line, and the guys and girls enjoy doing it.
Yeah.
Just like they're trying to beat each other. They want to get the most drips on their bottle.
Yeah. Well, and that's what I wanted to find out today, just a little bit about this stuff. I want to, personally thank you for doing this, as well as if you could pass it along to the bottling team, let them know that us, the fans out there, like this stuff. And it is just a little bit of a fun treasure hunt. And it's something that we're shopping that bourbon aisle anyway. And when you can see something, it's almost like, seeing, a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. So we appreciate it. Okay.
No problem. We enjoy doing it.
All right, Terry. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right.